All right, guys, here we are. So we're finally finishing up Bones Brigade Series 12 here with the Steve Cab. We've made it through the list, right? So let me just pull up my sheet so we can take a look at what we've done here. So just taking a look at the Ryder Card. We've gone through, Mullen, McGill, Guerrero, Lance Mountain, Tony Hawk, and Steve Cab finishing up here. And so if you haven't, if you're new to the channel, just take a look at those other videos if you're interested. Obviously, if you think this is rad, you're going to dig those other decks as well, just because it's all wicked 80s stuff, right, that we grew up loving. And so, yeah, so this is the Steve Cab we're looking at here. And so we have the top graphic again. This one's on the entire series, 12, the exact same graphic, the dragon with the tighter tail. We have the Powell-Peralta. And then it says Bones Brigade SOC 2020. And so, yeah, Powell-Peralta Bones Brigade SOC 2020. There we have it. So on this side, we have the Caballero down the side. This is not Chinese writing. Looks like Chinese writing, but it actually says Powell-Peralta with the Powell logo, just the P. And then underneath it says Cliver. So Sean Cliver actually did the update for Steve Cab, and I think it was around 1988. And obviously, this Bandis deck has been kind of coined at the Bandis from the video Bandis. We see Steve Cab riding this deck in that video. And so what I'll do is at the end, I'll maybe try to tag in that video. There's like a slow-mo section where you can get a really good look at the deck. But yeah, so Sean Cliver did the update for this and really did a good job at kind of mimicking what Werner Cortland Johnson had done in the past with Steve Cab. Steve Cab was really influenced by, the superheroes and stuff, but he really loved Bruce Lee as well. And so hence we see the dragon and kind of the Chinese artwork and stuff. But Steve Cab, yeah, he's one of those guys that I think he's just the balance in the group. And Stacy Peralta has alluded to that in the past and stuff, and the Ryder Card kind of talks about that a bit as well, where he's just kind of the even-keeled dude. You know, he's not over the top either way, just kind of keeps the group nice and balanced. But he's obviously into collecting toys, action figures, loves Evel Knievel, obviously still kills it on the skateboard. And he's doing a lot of motocrossing as well lately, and he's crashed a couple times, broke a couple bones, recovered, back on the bike. Dude's just a really rad character. And a very talented artist. He has his own artist series decks that he's been releasing as well, and they typically sell out pretty darn quick. So I haven't purchased one yet, but I know a lot of guys that have purchased them and they love it. The art's amazing. There's a really rad one with Boba Fett, I think I remember seeing, yeah, that looked pretty cool. So again, just his love for that 80s pop culture stuff, right? All right, so let's quickly just go through what we got with this deck. And so again, these things come in a plastic sleeve, which is nice, not the saran wrap. And so you can save that plastic sleeve and pull them in and out. I'll try to put a screen grab here of one for you guys in the plastic sleeve. We also got, I already pulled up the Ryder Card, but you get a warranty card with it. There you go. These lately have just been like stickers on the saran wrap, like the saran wrap or cling wrap or whatever it is. So I don't know what they're going to do, if they're going to do that and just put the sticker on the sleeve for the Bones Brigade Series 13. I guess we'll wait and see. Either way, they don't serve a lot of purpose. We were supposed to get Bones Brigade pin, which is kind of a cool little collector's piece when we bought these Bones Brigade Series 12 decks. Unfortunately, the stores got them and sold them. So I bought 8 decks and I got 2. So kind of sucks because they're pretty rad. They have a little quotes here, I think, from one of the movies. I think it's Search for Animal Chin. They have quotes from. And yeah, so pretty rad. I'll put up a little picture here. You can take a look. We get the Ryder Card. I showed you this already. We worked through it. I love these things. I think it's, again, just getting these little extra details that kind of, make it that much more collectible. And so it just talks about Steve Cab. There's some quotes in there from Stacy Peralta as well. And then it just gets into talking about his graphic. Yeah, I think it talks about his relationship with bands in there as well, maybe. So in 2017, Van celebrated the 25th anniversary of the Half Cab. So we all know what that shoe is. I've never owned them. To me, honestly, I don't like the silhouette of them, but I know piles of guys love them and skate with them. And they are an iconic shape, you know. But anyways, so yeah, so lots of good information there. I'll post it here, post it again at the end so you guys can read through that. But I love these things. And then as well, these decks are limited run. So this one is 0247 of 2000. So only 2000 of these guys, or so it says. So yeah, so 247 of 2000 is the number on this one. All right, so we've looked through that. So let's just run the specs on this guy then. And so, yeah, so I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. But the last 3 digits of the serial number give us the deck shape, which is 283. And yeah, 283, so that's what it is. The last 3 digits of the number, you can see it if you guys have a deck and you pull up a Powell, usually those last 3 digits are the shape. From a concave standpoint, we're rocking the Sp3, so obviously no wheel wells on there. We're well past that stage. I think this deck is around 88 was when it was first released. And so yeah, not a lot of concave there, obviously. Let's just try to look right down the pipe. Not a lot of concave. It's the 80s. It's what feels comfortable. It is late. It is starting to get later 80s though, and so I'm actually a little bit surprised that the nose is still so flat. But there we are. So the Sp3 Concave. This is a nice wide board. 10.47. It's almost 10.5 inches wide. The length on this guy is 30.94 inches. The nose is 4.48 inches. The tail down here is 6.44 inches. And then the wheelbase, so in between the trucks, is 15 inches. The process for getting the graphic on there, it's not the screen, I shouldn't say it's not the screen process. It's not screened directly onto the deck. They're screening onto a heat transfer, and then they're applying that heat transfer on the whole board. So it's like a big sticker that goes on. That's why you can't see some of the truck holes. Obviously the truck holes are there. And if I actually just blew through these truck holes, I would blow out the little confetti, almost like covering up the other 2 truck holes here. So it's nice graphically because you get to see the full graphic without the holes, but to be honest, I prefer screened right on the deck and seeing the holes because that's the old school process. What else? All right, so we talked about that. Let's pull up my trusty riser here. So we're talking the old school hole pattern for the trucks. So make sure if you're buying trucks that you're getting the right truck base because the majority of boards now come with the new school hole pattern. Even the reissue, so this is 2018 Cabs, Bats and Bones, or Bones and Dragon and Bats, however you want to say it. Anyways, that one actually has new school hole pattern on it. And so the majority of the reissues now are all old school hole pattern, but it used to be that it was just the Bones Brigade decks that had the old school hole pattern. And I think in the last couple of years, they've really just transitioned. So all of the reissues coming out now, I think, have the old school hole pattern. Yeah. So there we have it, guys. Man, I'm trying to think. What else are we talking about here? So we've gone through, talked about the deck, the shape, the graphics, top and bottom. I don't know. I think we pretty much covered it. Limited run. I know there's going to be something I'm forgetting. Anyways, I'll maybe put it in the description if I do forget something. Otherwise, guys, thanks again for the likes, the follows, all of that good stuff. Please leave some comments. I always enjoy talking and getting to know you guys. But there you have it. Steve Cab, the Bandis, and that wraps up our Bones Brigade Series 12. All right, looking forward to Series 13, I guess, are we? I don't know. I think I might buy the Hawk. If I get it, guys, I'll obviously do a video. All right, peace out. Cheers.